Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are new here. Don't forget to subscribe. I like to post about books and music, mostly Taylor Swift. Today's a very different kind of look. I wanted to try out something darker, especially with like this Avril Lavigne type of vibe, but it's still very much me. Like I've got palm trees on my shirt. It's like a mermaid girl goes punk, I guess. But this is actually not one of Avril's punkier albums, I guess. I haven't ever heard this one all the way through before. This is her second album in her discography, Under My Skin, and I've heard very, very good things about it. I've heard a lot of songs on this album, but I've never listened to the whole thing, and I guess it's a little bit more grungy than the other ones. You know, I've always kind of thought of her as a little bit more pop punk, but this one might be just a tad bit darker. So I'm excited to get into it and explore it and see what tracks I end up liking from it. I will have timestamps down below for anyone who wants to skip around, and just a disclaimer, I will be listening to these songs through my headphones for copyright reasons and also because my laptop speakers suck. Okay, so the first song has the same title as the song from the Freaky Friday movie, which I was obsessed with as a child. Now I'm like, was that an Avril Lavigne cover? Because if it is, I'm gonna scream. I love that song so much. Okay, let's check this out. Oh, I think I've heard this one before. It's not the Freaky Friday song, but the chorus sounds familiar. It makes me think of Evanescence. Yeah, it's definitely a darker sound that feels like it belongs in these movies. She was ahead of her time. She wrote the Twilight soundtrack before the Twilight soundtrack was a thing. Yeah, it's definitely feeling like something from New Moon specifically. If you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Nicole and I like to connect the songs I listen to the books I read. But this was released in 2004, so it was like before Twilight was even a thing, but it definitely feels like New Moon. I really like the vibe. I don't think I've heard this from her yet. I'm doing her discography backwards because I started with Love Sucks, so I thought it would be more cohesive to just do it in reverse order. Okay, so we've got like piano. Okay, really cool vocal harmonies and layering, but I don't think this is that great. Okay, the majority of the time, I'm not a huge fan of Avril's lyrics. However, I really like a lot of the production on her songs and the melodies that she writes, that she's singing in. Like not just guitar melodies, but like her voice and the delivery of the lyrics. But this one, the lyrics aren't hitting, and like neither is the melody. Like in the previous one, the melody was hitting a lot more, despite the lyrics not being a favorite of mine. Like I can look past that when the song sounds good and is really catchy. But this one's just not hitting musically either. Together it doesn't feel right at all. Together we've built a wall. Together holding hands will fall. It's like first draft lyrics. I've said this in a couple of reactions before of her music, but yeah, that's being my reasoning for why I might not revisit this one. Okay, I was obsessed with this song like 10 years ago when I was in middle school. I'm really excited to re-listen to it as an adult because I feel like there's some interesting things about it. Okay, I love the chords and the chorus. First of all, this melody is kind of cool. Okay, this bridge is really cool too. Okay, so yeah, it's a song about staying strong and insistent in the face of a guy coercing you into trying to do more with him. I think particularly the second verse is the most interesting. Don't think that your charm and the fact that your arm is now around my neck will get you in my pants. I'll have to kick your ass to make you never forget. I think this is one of those times when like the way she words things really simply has like a better effect on the audience because it's like very blunt. There's nothing like poetic or vague about it in any way. It's like there's an anger to it, and I think that's something that's like inspiring to a female audience. I'm gonna ask you to stop. I thought I liked you a lot, but I'm really upset. So get out of my head, get off my bed. Yeah, that's what I said. It's just a good teenage female rage that I can appreciate. It still hits. I think the only thing that maybe didn't age super well is like the pre-chorus. Did I not tell you that I'm not like that girl, the one who throws it all away? It's sad that that's the idea, is that this guy is like, I mean, that's the gender role, I suppose. Like he is like scoring from her potentially giving in, but from her perspective, it's like her throwing something away. And that's unfortunate, but it's a sign of the times. This was 2004. I really like the bridge. I like the electro guitar. It's pretty cool. It's definitely got a grungier vibe so far compared to her later albums. Ooh, more electric guitar. It's only in one ear. This feels like Blink 182 or something. Oh my god, I love this. It's like very early 2000s. I love the breakdown in the last chorus. It's like quiet. Okay, I'm a fan. Also, I think each one of these songs so far has had a fade out with the guitar at the very end, which is really cool to me. I like these lyrics a bit as well. It's like the Sunday Scaries, but it's also she's waiting for this guy to call. He wasn't what I wanted, what I thought. No, he wouldn't even open up the door. There's a line in The Best Damn Thing, isn't it? I hate it when a guy doesn't get the door even though I told him yesterday and the day before. Is that the line? So it's pretty cool that this is the album right before The Best Damn Thing. I also like how it changes up at the very last chorus from he never made me feel like I was special, he isn't really what I'm looking for, into he never made me feel like I was special because I was special. I just think that's this really nice confidence, especially at that time, that like girls didn't see a lot of in music. I mean, now we have so many bad bitch songs, like look at Lizzo, just example A, but that wasn't super common then, so it's really cool to see a lyric like that from 2004. The melody slaps. I really like this one. I could see myself revisiting it. I also like in the second verse, this is when I start to bite my nails and clean my room when all else fails, like being restless. But she's also starting to come to terms with the fact that like he's not gonna call and she doesn't need a guy like that in her life who's just gonna leave her hanging and string her along. This is like a strange indie pop thing. There's like cello, really pretty clean guitar, a little bit of drums, and like mostly a pop melody. There's a clock ticking at the end of the bridge. That's what it ends with. It's just a clock ticking. Okay, I feel like the clock ticking has to be symbolic of something, or maybe I just like to reach. I also feel like this song is either very shallow or very deep. I keep thinking back to how does it feel to be different from me? Are we the same? Is Avril longing for some kind of, not like out of body experience, but like wanting to try out being someone else because it's just very exhausting being her? Or I don't know, I feel like there's a million ways you can interpret this, which is kind of cool. I don't think I'm going to remember this melody very much. First verse sounds like someone who's very overwhelmed. I don't know, it could be like pretty introspective and interesting. I'm young and I'm free, but I get tired and I get weak. I get lost and I can't sleep. But suddenly, how does it feel to be different from me? It's very like lost, like the entire thing. I think those are all my thoughts. I love this one so much. I love it so much. I guess we're gonna look through the lyrics and see are they even that good, or is this just a nostalgia thing for me? But I do really like this song. This intro is iconic. Okay, opening with "Let's talk this over, it's not like we're dead." That's iconic. "Don't leave me hanging in a city so dead." Lots of death lyrics. "Held up so high on such a breakable thread." Oh my god. I love this piano. I love this so much. I don't know what else to say. I love the hook. "All this time you were pretending so much for my happy ending." So this guy like cheated on her, making me feel like I was the only one. And then the second verse, "You've got your dumb friends. I know what they say. They tell you I'm difficult, but so are they. But they don't know me. Do they even know you? All the things you hide from me, all the shit that you do." It's just like, what more can you say? And I really like the first verse because the visuals, "Don't leave me hanging in a city so dead. Held up so high on such a breakable thread." That's such a cool vision. Like nice imagery there. I really like this one. It's my favorite one so far, but there's also nostalgia because I did listen to this one like my entire life. I love this really clean electric guitar intro. This feels really 90s. Also, I guess she wrote this inspired by a friend from high school who just was going through depression and was going down the wrong path. I couldn't help her. I just watched her make the same mistakes again. This is a very general lyric that could mean a lot of different things. It could be like getting with like toxic relationships, or it could be like substance abuse. It could really mean a lot of things here. I like the whole metaphor is like nobody's home. She wants to go home, but like nobody's there. Maybe she doesn't have a family. It makes me think of some of the like early 2000s songs. "Outside Looking In" by, I can't remember who sings that, "On the Outside Looking In." Also, Taylor Swift had some stuff on her debut. "The Outside," "A Place in This World." It's kind of like that, but this is definitely a little more depressing. This girl is very confused. Her feelings she hides, her dreams she can't find. I like how it's phrased as opposed to "she hides her feelings, she can't find her dreams." She's all over the place. This girl is a mess. Pretty good melodies. I really like the guitar mainly, a little more than the lyrics because we don't get a super clear picture of exactly what's going on. It's just a lot of very like generic relatable things that a lot of people will be able to apply to their lives. What is this piano? It's so haunted, spooky. "Don't patronize me." This melody, dun, 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 dun. It's so daunting. I definitely like the intro and the instrumental part of the intro more than the outro. Like it really hooked me in the beginning and it has some weird ass sounds in like the best way possible. Dun, 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 dun. It's so spooky. I don't know, I feel like I'm in a haunted house. I like the "don't patronize me" lyric. The chorus is really generic. I don't have like any comments on that. There's no point in thinking about yesterday, it's too late now, it will never be the same, we're so different now. You know, another good like angry one. I'm really way more interested in that like weird music more than the lyrics and melodies of her voice. Yeah, I like that intro. Haunted house music for sure. Wow, this guitar is intense. I think it's the Yaz, but something about this makes me think of that one song, Tangled Up in Me. Oh my god, a breakdown chorus where they're clapping. Is this the first happy one on this album? Because I feel like it is. First verse is very cute. Why do you look so familiar? I could swear that I've seen your face before. I think I like that you seem sincere. I think I'd like to get to know you a little bit more. It's like cute. Life's worth living for. Like, there's a lot of really depressing stuff on this album of like just feeling very lost and alone, and this is a nice pick-me-up, I think. I like the melody of the chorus also. I'm gonna live today like it's my last day. It's cute and it makes me think of Fall to Pieces, which is another early 2000s hit. Okay, I didn't realize how late it was getting, so I'm just gonna finish this tomorrow. So let's flash to future Nicole looking a lot more busted because I'm not putting makeup on tomorrow. Take it away, future Nicole. Thank you, past Nicole. I guess I don't look too bad today. The thing is, I'm just so drowsy and I can't figure out why. I feel like I took a Benadryl and I absolutely did not. So let's just plow through the rest of these reactions. There was something I wanted to say yesterday that I forgot to though. I am very surprised that Don't Tell Me was the lead single off this album. I guess I was kind of expecting my happy ending. I guess my happy ending was second. I just think that's a very interesting choice, but it is pretty good, so I kind of see what she was doing there. I just had no idea it was a single, let alone the lead single. That guitar intro is so iconic and recognizable when she takes the second half of the bridge up the octave though. So it's something that I think is pretty interesting because it's like, I don't know any other songs that really talk about this subject. What is my hair doing? It's like something is going wrong in her life and she doesn't want to discuss this subject with her partner. She just wants to like cry and that's it. I can't think of another song that really talks about something like this, but it's also like there are no specifics at all. Like Avril is not, she doesn't want to talk about it, so she's just like listing the things she likes about this person and the comfort she feels from them. But I also think her refusal to discuss it even in the song lyrics is something that can be very relatable to a lot of people, so I think it's smart. Like whatever could be going wrong in your life and you have that person there for you who you don't want to discuss it with them but they bring you comfort. I feel like that's very good marketing because it's just going to be relatable to so many. I'm glad this one was a single. It was the 4th single supposedly and did not have a music video, which is a crime. This is probably one of my favorites off this album. Most of my favorites on this album are going to be the ones that are nostalgic for me. This is such an interesting intro. It's so early 2000s. This melody reminds me of Blink-182, just the way it moves. Not even anything specific from them. I really love the guitar riffs in the instrumental. Oh my god, the bridge is like this break of light in the song. I'm gonna close my eyes. I can't watch the time go by. I wake up in the middle of the night. It's like I can feel time moving from Nothing New by Taylor Swift. Angsty teen, big feelings. Not much else to it. I don't think. Let me live my life. I can't run and hide. I won't compromise. Like generic stuff. I don't know. I don't have many thoughts. It fits on the album musically. Wow, that is an Evanescence piano, if I've ever heard one. No, wait, guys, I remember this. My friend posted about this on his Instagram because his grandfather recently passed. Oh no. I was like, why does that melody sound so familiar? I don't remember listening to this when I was a child. I think it's because I heard it only recently. Okay, let's keep going. She was on tour when her grandfather passed away. I can't do it. I'm glad I didn't wear makeup today. And I'm glad I didn't listen to this yesterday when I had a full face of black eyeshadow. I'm not okay. I did lose my grandmother when I was 12, but I do listen to this and I think of my grandfather who is still alive because he is in Ukraine in an occupied territory. It's just scary to think how long this is going to take, you know? I did just see him last year, but I already lost my grandma in a way where I couldn't see her. It was very sudden. I hadn't seen her in 4 years, and I always thought I don't want it to be like that with my grandfather as well, but you know, when there's literal horrible imperialist people wanting to keep you out of what I view as my second home, you know, there's nothing I can do about that. Why am I so messed up? My friend tried to warn me. I just like forgot, I guess, because it's been a few weeks. It's the melodies that I think are really nice because the lyrics, I mean, like it's no, you guys all saw my Marjorie reaction, you know, it's nothing like detailed. I guess to be more applicable to more people, it's like a little more generic, but it's the melodies and her delivery that is making me cry right now. And the guitars, that was not a good experience. But this is one of the higher ranking ones. Is this the closer closer of the standard edition. Now that is some weird placement. Why is it the closer of the standard edition? That's strange. I hate that as a closer. I do, I'm sorry. I like the idea that it's like the title slipped away, like the album is over, it's like gone now. But the content of it, I don't think that's right. I think my happy ending would have been a cool closer because it's like the end, you know? I'm a little too emotionally unstable right now. Let's go into the bonus tracks. Okay, I'm not gonna listen to the live versions of things because I can't find which specific one was on the album, so you won't know which one I'm listening to or reacting to, or like which vocal performance I would be like judging. So I'm just gonna go ahead and not do that. I've heard the songs, so I know like the content, and I've judged the like songs themselves, the studio recordings. So this is a studio recording, I'm assuming. It doesn't say live. It's just a bonus track from the UK version, I guess. Okay, let's hear the alternative closer that doesn't make me freaking sob, hopefully. Love this guitar. Ooh, drum roll. Oh, was this from the Princess Diaries? I'm gonna scream. Her voice sounds younger than the other songs on this album. Oh my god, the sporadic drum roll at the end. I need to see the scene in Princess Diaries this was in because I don't remember it. Okay, so it was in the second one, Princess Diaries 2, and I just don't remember it at all. I don't understand why. It's okay. I feel like she's gotten better since then with like angry songs that are like very confident in this way of like, I always get what I want type of energy. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I feel like there are some off Love Sucks. Her lyrics have always been so confident and I love that, especially in freaking 2004 when it was still kind of seen as like, oh, women have to be easily digestible when they're in the public eye. So I like that about a lot of these. She's very sure of herself. This is almost better than the studio version. Who's harmonizing with her? She's killing that bridge. Those high notes. Yeah, honestly, I really like when she does acoustic versions of things because she knows how to change up her vocal delivery to match the difference in instruments, if that makes sense. I think about Bite Me off of Love Sucks and how powerful the vocals are for the original version. But then when she does it acoustically, she completely changes up that like yelling delivery because it's just gonna sound crazy over simple acoustic guitar, and she makes it more light and delicate in a way, and it works, and I was so glad she did that. She like knows how to adjust. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. A lot of these don't stand out to me too much because the melodies, like just thinking back on the ones I listened to today, I remember Slipped Away because that melody is nice and I had heard a clip of it once before, and I love Fall to Pieces, I always have. I can't remember how Freak Out goes. Freak Out, Let Go. I don't even remember much of the lyrics. I always get what I want. I just listened to that. Okay, is it like I always get what I want? Is that how she sings the hook? I can't remember at all. Okay, favorite tracks. Don't Tell Me. I think I kind of remember He Wasn't, but that was yesterday, to be fair. It was like He Wasn't What I Wanted, Not What I Thought. I think that's how it went. My Happy Ending, one of my favorites. Nobody's Home is pretty good. Not one of my top favorites out of the ones I'd heard before, but it's actually got pretty interesting lyrics. Fall to Pieces is one of my favorites. I love the singles. I think she picks really good singles though, to be fair. And Slipped Away, those are some of my favorites. I didn't really find much new that I like. I think I'll have to listen to it again. I don't know, a lot of it is not hooking me unless I'd heard them before. I just don't remember much of it. Like Love Sucks, oh my god, after the first listen, those melodies were stuck in my head. It was so memorable to me. I think AVRIL has gotten better with time. A lot of you guys were hyping up her first album and her second album, this one and Let Go, and saying they were like the best ones. I think they need to grow on me a little bit. I also don't think she had honed her craft with writing melodies as much as she did in her later years. That's just something that comes with experience. I like the grungy sound. I think I do prefer her pop punk sound though. Something about that just is a lot more memorable to me in my brain. I find those hooks and melodies getting stuck in my head a lot easier. Pretty good. I definitely prefer this to like Goodbye Lullaby, which I was just not a fan of, other than I think 3 or 4 songs I liked off of that one. This is not bad, I just can't remember it. I'm also going to do a video where I have my album ranking of my most favorite album to my least favorite one. Also, apologies to anyone who gave me a unreleased track to listen to from this era. I got an insane amount of requests for which of her unreleased songs to listen to. So I'm going to do its own separate video of unreleased songs. One of you even requested I listen to a side B of Let It Go. I'm going to be reacting to the 20th anniversary edition of Let Go. Did I say Let It Go earlier? I think I did. Well, she looks like Elsa. I will be reacting to the 20th anniversary edition of Let Go next month. I will have an album ranking video coming coming up after that. I will have a music video ranking video coming up after that, and listening to her unreleased songs. If you have anything else Avril related you would like to see from me, or any other videos in general, please just comment them down below. I think that's it. I would love to hear your thoughts on this album. What are your favorite tracks and why? Just give me all of your feedback on this album. I know most of you list this as your favorite Avril Lavigne album just based on the comment section of my last Avril Lavigne reaction. I just want you guys to analyze this with me down in the comments. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is right here, and if you want to follow me on my TikTok, that is right here. I will see you all next week for another video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye guys.